It says I'm live. Let's see how it works. Hi, Joyce. Welcome. And Mary and June and Denise. That's who I've seen check in so far. And today, I'm fine, just trying to keep up. Yeah, today was my second day of taking my great granddaughter to school. It went better today than it did yesterday. Yesterday, she arrived here at 5 o'clock, a little after 5, and we thought she might go back to sleep. No. Dream on, dream on. So we went up to school, we did everything we were supposed to, picked her up after school, took her out for her happy meal. Took her out for her happy meal. Took her. And because I knew she's going to be hungry because she's a very picky eater. And she's still on the happy meal. She won't eat the French fries. She won't eat the apples, but she has to have the pop and the chicken nuggets. But she will not let me order it by itself. So we got that. We was supposed to help Austin, but he didn't wake up. So then we went to the park. And then she wanted to swing, but they had the infant, the toddler swing's not something that someone that can hold their own balance in. So I took her to the other park in our town. Luckily, our park has two. Our town has two parks. So we was down there swinging. She got serenaded by roosters. She heard a turkey gobble, and then the dog barked. And then she wants to know, why do the parks not have a potty? I says, I don't know. I'll have to ask the taxpayers. And I says, and I'm one of those taxpayers. But just killing some time because I am on early. But that's how it went. Today, I went out to the house. A little more inconvenience for me, but I went out. I joined the look, a quilted heart. Okay. Hi, Dorlin. It is. Oh, luckily we're only 89, I think it is. It's heading up. Hi, Susan. Hi, Gladys. But it's slowly heading up. But it's like, so today I went out there. I had to be there at 10 to 7, which is way better than 5 a.m. She got to sleep until 7, which is better. Hi, Rhonda. As soon as she heard my voice, she woke up. But last night, when I took her home, she fell asleep in the chair here at 6, which is not a good time. But she could not wake up. So when I took her home, I met Mom, was going to meet Mom at the mailbox, and she could not keep her eyes open. So I thought, well, just take her right to the house, and then Mom could pack her in. And then it was like maybe that she would stay asleep, and it worked. She slept till 7 this morning. Hi, so Terry. Well, I probably didn't help when you joined a club to get rid of your scraps. That works, Dorlin. Hi, Mary Webb. And so this morning, I have to time it a little bit better. If I get stuck by a train, we would have been late. But she didn't want to eat. She's got a sore throat. So for breakfast, she actually had otter pops. She wanted that cold liquid going down her throat. Her lunch is she wanted a muffin and a string cheese. But she has a muffin, lunch meat, string cheese. And She's at school. She's at school. It's just a little bit of a sore throat. They're going to get that anyway. So we'll see how today goes. She loves her school. She doesn't know anybody's names, but she says she likes recess. But what kid doesn't like recess, right? And then I got a picture of her schedule. It's like right now, means it's almost 1 o'clock. She's in rest period for 20 minutes. 1 o'clock to 1:20 is rest. And then they have after school center play and afternoon center play, 1:20 to 1:55. And then she gets to go to recess. We can get snow here, Denise. It just depends. Hi, Nancy. It's like the exercise morning large group, and then they have the morning center play, then they have small group stations, then they have recess, lunch. She says the lunch is only 5 minutes. She gets 3 bites and that's it. But it's 11 to 11:25. Then large group activity, PE from 12:05 to 12:30, music from 12:30 to 12:55, rest 1 to 1:20, afternoon center play 1:20 to 1:55, recess 2 o'clock to 2:25, snack time 2:30 to 2:45, large group story 2:45 to 3. And then they start packing up at 3 to be dismissed at 3:03. Yeah. So she says, and then she does have a part day on Friday. She gets out at 1:40. You want to go to her school? And on Friday, they get to go to library. That's the only thing I see different. They get to go to library. But she's having a blast. That's the main thing. She is having a blast. She still doesn't know anybody's name. She still does not know anybody's name. Today, the subject is half square triangles, how to make 8 at once. That's today's. And it involves 2 10-inch squares. And I'm having to make a lot of half square triangles right now. June is making a lot of half square triangles right now. And hi, Charlotte. And because I was starting my next project off of my 4 years ago, what I wanted to do. And Darlene seen it and she says, I want to do that. So I sent her the links I had, because at the time it was a free pattern when I said I'm doing it. Yeah, those allergies are something else, Terry. So it's all roads. Angela Walters did it 4 years ago. And it's called All Roads. It takes a layer cake, and it says 4 yards of fabric on mine. Alani's house is 5 miles from my house out to there. So it's going to run up some gas mileage, but we'll deal with it. Hello, Yo Patty. And Alani got to see her purse. She filled it full of stuff. And then she showed the other quilting ladies the other night, Darlene and June and whatnot. She was so proud of her purse. But the project All Roads, yeah, when she picked it up and she held it, she goes, "Oh, for me." Yes. I didn't show her the little wallets I made because I'm going to make a purple one to go with that bag. Hi, Cheryl. But I can tell you this quilt's testing my wrists for sure. Testing it. It's like I have to do different steps at different times. I don't do the total prepare. But now I'll turn the camera so you can see my design wall. There is the quilt. I was being dragged around IKEA the other day when you were live. My body still hurts. It's like, it's a very easy one. There's 38 blocks altogether. And I had nothing close to the sampler, what's on the pattern. Looking for the pattern. It was sitting here. It's like, this is the original color layer cake that Angela Walters used 4 years ago. We have one person copying these colors. June's making her scrappy. Darlene's making her scrappy. And mine's out of this jelly roll that I was given, that I was hunting for a pattern to use it. And this pattern come up for free, which it isn't free anymore, but it's All Roads by Angela Walters. So Terry, grasshopper is ready for FPP. That bobbin's a little bit tricky to put in. Okay. Patty G's gonna attempt out. But on making the 8-in-1, in case anybody doesn't know, you have to draw a line, corner to corner, corner to corner. So you make a giant X. So I'm going to, yes, it's one block repeated. One block. And the one block takes 2 10-inch. Well, you get 2 blocks out of this here. Out of the 10-inch square. 4 or 5-inch because you have coordinating fabric. Guess I better show you the back if we want them coordinating, but that's what it really is. And then some two groups of 2.5 inches. And I have everything all set here. So I'm going to lower the camera down just because you have to have a ruler long enough to go your corner to corner. Good thing I have 2 things so I can read the chat. You put the screen down and you lose the chat. My pen is running low. Wait, yes, Nancy needs to get better. We all need to keep better. We're not young anymore. After playing at those parks yesterday, I know I'm not. And I was even swinging in the swing, but those metal things on the swings go up and hit your hip joint. Oh my, they're not made for us. I told her I needed a padded swing. But on these 8 at a time, now you sew on 1/4 inch on each side the line. I do a scant quarter because when these come out, there isn't a whole lot to trim. And I'd rather have a little bit more to trim. I make sure to do the scant quarter. What's the name of it gonna look? All roads. The pattern is the not free pattern is still available. Hi, Shirley. I just happened to take the picture of all the pages because I didn't have a printer then that was working. Hi, Donna. Guess I better make sure to look back up. But it's like, so juggling all the stuff I get to juggle now, and found out today, just a little bit ago, that it's already Grandparents' Day. And I don't know if Grandma is going to take time off from work, or does Great Grandma get to go? Susan sewing hanging sleeves. Okay. But no matter what, when my alarm goes off, I have to be out of here because I have to go pick up the little girl. So my life's on a timer now. Until she gets new in the school bus, then it's altogether different. But they still haven't got the bus schedule figured out yet. And I figure if I drive out to their house, pros and cons. Should I let her get on the bus out there, or should I just bring her in because I have to come back in anyway? There's always that thing. She's going to be so confused on the bus as it is anyway. Because only two days she would ride the bus to Mom and Dad's house, out to Grandpa and Grandma's. And the other 3 days she comes here. But they did say one thing. If she got on the wrong bus and she came here, she stands better chance of someone being here. I was the bus person at my school. You don't know the chaos. The routes are not made up yet. The driver also have to practice a route. Yeah, they did a practice route, but then they didn't have all the add-on kids and the pre-Ks and I'd like to be out in where the buses are loading, how chaotic it is. They have one gal that brings them out in these small groups. If you see your parent or your, as they now, Gigi Ma, it's because they seen I was out there. You can go to your parent or Gigi Ma. I was the oldest person there picking up their kid. Okay, now on these 8, I've sewed all the places I need to sew. First cuts are in a plus sign. Hi, Kathy. How's Kathy today? But now's the plus sign, and then I cut the X. So if the pieces walk when you're doing this little spin around, you can cut the other pieces at that time by just following your line, or you're in between your sews, whichever way you want to do it. Sarah, you are so resilient. I know you can do whatever it takes, but if you have to watch the baby too, make things easier on yourself. Yeah. Because there's times when the grandma don't go to work. She keeps him. See, now I have to change to the long ruler because I had to use the long ruler. It's like I've just got through my second day of taking Alani to school. Yesterday was a fun day. If I could record it all last night with her sleeping. I found this. You found it free? It's like, you might have to tell us where. Hi, Maureen. You know, the worst part is when you get this part done, now you have 8 half square triangles to press and trim. Ah, June. Okay, you're in Target. Okay. Okay. Because if there's other people, I can attach the link to my page. I went and found in YouTube's for this. I'll raise this back up some. I was hunting for YouTube's that did this. And there's Angela Walters and Jenny Dones. That's it. So Terry says, not free. Jenny Doan has it too. Yes, Jenny Doan did hers 2 years ago when Angela was there. And then I found somebody that they changed the whole pattern. This piece up here was all done in a solid square. And then they did something funky. And it's like, no. Okay, Denise. And this is the first full week. All right, no, it's not even full week because Labor Day was Monday. They went. It's like, put that down in the drawer. I'll call them back. That's the Spokane Eye Clinic. I knew they would probably call as soon as I get on a live or during a live. They sent me an email wanting me to sign up on their page to get me my account going. I got it because I need the glaucoma specialist. Oh, and then my chat's covered up here. I love when things, all you do is touch the mouse and things rearrange. I sent it, the link through Facebook Messenger. Okay. Yeah, they did a solid one, two, just two colors. What was the name? I can't remember right now. Yep, that's the one. That was it. I liked it, but it was like I didn't like the colors. But I think if you did it in just one color and stick with the pattern would be better. There was too much solid in it. And then that person, that was a scrap using person. If you watched any part of that video, his blocks was so pieced together. Hi, Tess. I live between you and Spokane. If you go to Spokane, you could stop at my house. I'm right on the path. I'm 60 miles west of west of Spokane. The pattern would be great with. Yes, it could be. Yes, it could. There are so many different things. Like I said, the worst part of making eight at a time. Now I have 8 to. And it's like, glad you came and announced where you're at, Tess. It's like everybody. I just live in small town USA. I have a McDonald's. I just had my square up ruler. And it's probably underneath this mess because it doesn't take long to do. Uh, what I do for the pattern is I make the eight at a time, and then the small squares and the strips, and you make 2 blocks out of. So I just do a quick assembly. Yes, Susan, you're out in Ellensburg. I am actually in Ritzville. If you, I lost my ruler. It's like, oh, sitting right here on the table. I do. You can use a lock block. You can do these half square triangles however you do. Mine's pressed open. I just lay it on the one corner, find my 4.5 and trim. I do it easy. This is the way I like to do it, and I will continue. I've tried lock block, wasn't thrilled. I've tried uh, Eleanor Burns Quilt in a Day one. I've tried somebody else's. I am just can't do it. I do the old-fashioned way. Someday I might have to buy an overhead camera. That way you guys don't have to just watch what I'm doing on the table. 1 squared. It's like some of them you get barely a sliver, some that's like it's a little off. So you have to move the ruler. And that's all my scant quarter sewing. Can get a little off. We'll catch the replay nap time because I had a busy day and I'm falling asleep. Okay, darling. It's like, yep, my day didn't start as early as yesterday. According to my watch, I did manage to get. It's that my watch says I got 4 hours and 52 minutes of sleep last night. I don't think I was sleeping when I was out walking around. And Patty, Angela Walters drank a lot of wine to come up with this pattern. Yeah, she said it was always grape juice. We just have to take her word on that. I can guarantee you what's in my cup is either Diet Pepsi or peach tea or this fruit punch. Every once in a while, I live dangerously and have a root beer. Hi, Wendy. Gypsy Woman's here. It's like, haven't seen you around for a while, Wendy. I love all her quilts that she's made and her bags. And she's been busy making bags. Well, how many more quilts can your house hold? It's like mine. I'm just trying to use up what I have. This has been on the list since, I think it's February 11th, 2020. Is how long ago I wanted to do this. All roads, Angela Walters. It's been a while. And when it was my next thing to grab. I made this quilted scarecrow waiting for the backing to arrive. Oh no. When little things can put you off track, that's for sure. They can put you off. I got the piece I needed for my small long arm. So I can possibly get that one quilted this weekend, maybe. I won't get it done. It's like Saturday. All 6 of my great grandkids should be at the birthday party. I have Ellen turns 1. You know, my little co-host, Ellen, he turns 1 on the 9th, but his birthday party's Saturday. It's like his height chair now has the tray has been found. It's like all of our quilting friends, they know that he was without the high chair tray. I put the table in front of him. But he was such a cute little co-host. And Delaney is, at last I heard, November. She's trying to fill where she doesn't have to go back to work till December. We'll see how that goes. It all depends on financial, what work says. And then it's like, you guys will get to see her at least once. You know, Gigi Ma's got to bring her on and show her once. She's a cutie. Like, just keeping track of my time. I'm not going to abandon a little girl at school. I shouldn't worry because I have my alarm set. I have so many alarm sets, I have to look at the clock and go, what's this one set for? What's this one set for? Now I'm going to set one for taking her to school. Because when I leave out there, if I get stuck waiting for a train, we're going to be... So I have to... We left at 5 after today. We're going to leave at 5 till. Hi, Ashley. And so now I'm just going to sit everything out in a chain. I'll show you my way of doing it. It's going to be making 2 blocks. So I set the first one, all of them out where they need to be. After you've did, it's like the 20 blocks, it becomes pretty easy. The thing to remember is these lines line up. So these 3 are one direction and this one's that one. Those 2 go there. These 2 go here. 2 for the top, 2 for the bottom. It's my chain of how I do it. And then I start with, and then I don't have cuts until the end because I figured out how to do it in a chain technique. But yeah, Lonnie was in here playing with her pincushion, Patty G. Also, it's her pincushion, and the leaf pin that you put in it. She puts it always in the top middle, and that's her birthday cake. And she blew out the candle yesterday and then pushed it down further. It's like she put everything in their birthday cake. You're working on fall stuff, Ashley? Well, I have that in the living room. I need to press on. I got the ghosts all in. Got 1 pumpkin done. Over the weekend, I had to I babysat Cubby, the matriarch of the dogs. She was 15 on Sunday. So she got a piece of jerky. And then I give both her and Bailey a piece of jerky afterwards because it's like, it's her birthday. She gets the first one. But she was 15 on. Then when they come picked her up, it's like, I was heading out because a friend was meeting for lunch. And then I turned back because she hides. But And I sewed these all, yo Patty, at the scant quarter. Because if I didn't, this 8.5-inch piece didn't fit. Because this one square has to be the 8.5. It didn't fit when I was holding it with my fingers. It's not gonna, you can fix a little bit, but you can't fix a good solid 1/8. But all the little tricks that we've learned over doing the process ourselves, little tricks helps. There's nothing wrong with tips and tricks. And this chain assembly works really well. This morning I did 2 sets of blocks in 1 hour and 10 minutes. From from the same step I'm doing here. Making the 8-in-1 and then the piecing. So this morning I was going in roughly 40 some hours between getting your material, pressing your material, making the half square triangles, all this. You could have a quilt done. So how you spread out your 40 some hours, that's up to you. And there's only one seam that goes back that match up. There's only one seam that matches up. And it's right here at the intersection that we have. That's the only seam that has to be pinned. So if you're good at just holding them, is everybody working on a project? Or just resting, listening, whatever we want to say. It's called sew, cut, turn, press, back, sew, cut, turn, press. It's a whole. You're working on a bag. You should have it done tomorrow. I did the little wallet. That's as far as I've got for anything for a bag. But I needed to make my great-granddaughter a wallet for her fake credit cards, the gift cards, the empty gift cards. I'm working on. Good job, June. Correct day of the week, Tessa. It's like, did I miss something? Rhonda, I'm working on my diamond pendant quilt. That diamond has a lot of little parts in it. But it looks like a gem. So they could be emeralds, rubies, whatever color you make them, they could be that. Today is the first time I got near a machine in 2 weeks, planning on making the Blaze quilt with Donna, handmade by Ying. Okay. So this one now sits there for a little bit. Then I pick up these coordinating, this is the next step. I've got this all figured out. Grab the next one. Take these off, this one off, press it open. Take this one off, like 2 steps ahead. Yeah, you think you got a plan? Okay. And you can start, it's like in the middle on my wall are not the same color greens. It is 2 different greens. It is 2 different greens. And this piece I press to the dark side. That piece, it doesn't matter which way you press them, just press them all the same, I guess. And then I set this piece back here. Pick up these 2 pieces. It's like every once in a while there's a day I don't even put foot in here. Because when I'm in here, I have to sew. That is one thing. I have to sew if I'm sitting here. I should be scrapbooking. Because I did go through that. Got some for Delaney's mom. So she can start her scrapbook. So I have a whole bunch of stuff. So I figured why not share with her. Because these pieces are the same. And when they sit down here, I'm going to make my 3 piece. I'm going to change the subtitle on my video when I get done. I'm going to make it where it'll be linked when people want to do all roads. Hi, Rita. And how are you today? Is your sewing machine lonely because you got the new one, or is it because your hand sewing? It's like on theirs, they never said the pressing whatsoever. There is no pressing. I find these ones I press to the dark, and this one here, when it gets on, I just keep pressing all the same direction. I have no idea how the seams are going to match up. None of them are sewed together yet. Was trying to figure that out the other night with Marla. Because Marla's as bad as I am. But when I started this quilt with the friends, they said, well, you'll have it done before we even get ours started. And it's like, so Austin give them all a 3-day head start. Marla didn't wait until she waited to last minute to say she's doing it. Oops, sewed it on wrong. I gotta dig out Jack. I go, why is that not matching? That'll be a delay in the time. but it's not much. I'm one of these that about every 3/4 stitches, I clip it. Every time I've tried doing that down between them, I've cut holes in my material. So I do it the safe way. This is my safe way, because all I have to do is turn it over, grab the thread, done. Doesn't take long. Okay, so put this one back there. This one goes this way. I wonder if I did that one wrong too. We'll find out in just a minute. Doesn't look like it is, because it's showing the same way. But yeah, there's a group of 4 of us that we need a referee every now and then. That we got grounded on that. I talked about that on Tuesday. Laura asked me, how did you get grounded? I said, I think it was my mouth. We just goofing off. Oh, that's why. It's like, this one's off. Hi, Mona. Isn't the day I want to be with Jack, but we get one block done. That's enough. I'll lay this down, put it back up there correctly. Yeah, I bet so, Susan. I wouldn't even want to pack. Save some of my stitches. Oh, I should press that down. Save some of my stitch holes for later. Okay, this one to this one goes down on it like this. Mona's going through back up in the chat, saying her hellos to everybody. Okay, this one goes this way. Gotta make sure the pressing's right. These press from left to right. These press just down onto themselves. So I can still do this even. Line up the pieces. Make sure your 8.5s all line up. And then go from there. My shortcut scissors. Press to the dark. With this chain assembly this way, my iron doesn't hardly get time to shut off, which is a good thing. Then I don't have to wait for it. It's an easy block to do, Terry. And I think Patty G will not be disappointed with it. I think it'll work out for her cave. Hi, Donna Dixon. I've been making 8.5 all day. Great minds think alike. Yeah, I have a few more to go, but not right now. Okay, now this piece lays down on here, and this is the only seam that has to nest. This is it, one seam. And I always put, because nesting, I want the nesting to work. Pull that down. I'm going to go ahead because it's weighted. Turn and press this one really fast. I press this to the dark side. This piece is pressed to the dark side. This is the dark side. Come back up here, grab my pieces, get them all lined up again. But I like when there's not a whole lot of seams to make sure you line up. Line up my one seam again, nest it, pin it, line up my sewing for the first 4.5 inches of it. That off. This way I keep the iron nice. And on this one I'm pressing to the dark side also. So I can sit this block back down. And that's the whole block. Line up all my seams again, or my sides. Once I get across, line them up again. I always put a little bit of pressure on this end because the bottom side pulls through faster than the other side. So every once in a while you'll come up short sheeted is what I call it. That's because the bottom is, okay, now this is the first cut off of the sewing machine. 2 blocks made, all chain stitched. In various steps, but all chain stitched. Saved a lot of thread, I'm sure. And there's block number 2. I'm going to raise this up because the placement now, get that out. I can place this. One's going to go here and the other one's going to go clear down opposite. That's how the placement goes. You could kind of see it's like there's a purple and purple and purple. Purple behind the sewing machine. So purple will go in this space. Purple will go up here in this space. And then there's one more row. You always seem to jerk to the right. It's like, ew. Well, they're hidden in the next seam. So I'll go ahead and pin these up here. Because the blue are going around in the same spots. And then I have some more purple and blue. And they just sit kind of randomly on. This is the whole square part, I should, right here. You'll get kind of my pattern that mine's doing. I have the dark blue here. The purple goes here. And this straight line here goes down. So there'll be 2 purple on the bottom. But these 2 are the same green. These 2 are the same green. But it looks like a solid. This one here, it's matching. One is here. They're just opposites in their placements. And this one I said goes over here in the corner. I need a higher ceiling or a longer wall. One of the 2. You can play with the layout. You can play with the layout. And that is right. It's like, didn't look right over here in the corner. The one on Jenny Doan's had a different layout than the one on the Midnight Quilter. This is where you need the sewing machine to be out of the way. This is an easy thing. There. Because my purple will come up here with the same pattern. So this here shape will be up here in purple, down here in purple. This corner is solid white. And then there's one corner over there that's going to be solid white. So like my next blue I make will go here and there. They just go back and forth. Real easy layout. Come back over here and see this. See, I don't back tack. I might lower my stitch count down, but every time I back tack, it always wants to pull. But I have 1 hour to go, and it's like, but I took the sewing machine down so you guys could see more of the pattern. So that's what, 28 blocks now? $26 blocks. And then my colors that I have left are another purple. And there's the next blue. I have them every other color. Another purple. And the other blue. And I think I have extra purple. And then the last one is a blue. So it's like, but the color I chose, because out of a jelly roll pack, I chose not to use this green. I chose not to use that green. And I chose not to, because I had to pick out 2 colors not to use. I had the green first, but when then I started my brain placing the pattern, I didn't need another green. What would I do with a green? So on the bottom down here will be the extra purple and blue, I think it is. And on theirs, they have them. But see, there's the squares that go around. See this purple square? This is what is my purple. See? Because this one's green, this one's blue, this is my purple round, and then I start adding the blues on the side. So this should be all blue, that light blue, and then this back here down the purple. That's when I got to see where it's going to be placed and how. But until they're done, I just have this pile of all the bits and pieces, all these 8-in-1s to go. But it in the pattern that center looks like it reads solid, but it's 2 different greens. But it's just the way it's working out. But it's going to be hard. The only place I have room is that partial wall over there. So I could put half a block there. So I could put half a block up over there. But there's nothing to pin to out there. There's times I need a design board that covers my doorway there. But it is a quick quilt is what I'm finding. Everything's always quick and easy. Laura, you're working late again? Punishment? Or just got behind because of Monday? Sometimes those holidays aren't all they're cracked up to be. And this layer cake was my payment for doing a binding on a quilt. Instead of paying me, they picked out. And 4 years ago, this layer cake was $41.99. They panic when they know I will be out for a week. Oh, well, don't even talk about that week away. You got internet on your phone? Yeah, she's taking a week off. So, of course, they're going to try to get extra out of her. This is when I'm trying not to do the corner. This is my going around the corner pin. You leave tomorrow at noon? No. That's why you was telling me to have fun at the birthday party today. But once my alarm clock goes off for 2:50, I won't be back in the sewing room probably tonight. Because it's like I have Alani. Unless she wants to come in and cut up paper, then she's sitting on my lap and I can't sew anyway. It's the sister cruises and I'm being left out. Because our sister is spelled different. I'm so busy right now. Once we get this busing thing and all that figured out, at least I'll have a little more time. But I can guarantee you yesterday I was tired, but I didn't go to bed early. But I walked away from the sewing. Kind of. I come in and did, I think, 2 of the blocks. One thing about having fresh peaches in the house, you also get fruit flies. So I got to spray for them. I'm trying to eat the peaches fast. Sent some home with Austin last night. But I don't eat peaches any other way except for fresh. Okay, that didn't take long to sew. All 4 sides are sewn. Now I get to do that cut again. The plus sign first and then the X. Best way to describe it. Plus sign, then the X. You love peach cobbler? See, I'm not the dessert eater that way. I don't do cupcakes, cakes. I like my angel food cake. But I don't make them because who's going to eat it all? Me. Gotta figure out how to cut a recipe down. Do all the measurements. Maybe I can do half an angel food cake and put them in cupcake papers like I did one time. I did a whole angel food cake and put them in cupcakes papers. It was great. You didn't have to worry about cutting it when you got to the function. Pour the strawberries over the top of it. After you took it out of the paper, it was done. I had to quit my guilds when the kids started school. Lots of driving and sitting in the car watching YouTube and the radio. Taxi time again right now. We'll be listening. Okay. My taxi time is 49 minutes like when I have to leave. So before that time, I have to do the little girl's room, grab something cold to drink, and if she feels up to it, I'll probably take her to the park again. It's exercise for both of us. It's just she's afraid of heights like I'm afraid of heights. So when she tries to go up on those slides, it's like she got up 4 steps from the top. Gigi, Ma, come get me. It's like, just start walking down backwards slowly. Unclimb those steps. So she has to stay on the smaller ones. But she needs to have on sweatpants or something because you know how bare skin slides down plastic because she's a dress wearer. She needs to have something. But like I said, I'll probably take her out to play in the park and what if that's what she wants to do. And I have pepperoni pizza cut ready if she wants to come back here. Sometimes a 2-week vacation from YouTube is not a bad thing, Susan. All some of these YouTubes do is give us more ideas that we don't need. Oh, FedEx. It's like I heard a car. Now I have 8. They're all trimmed. And mine are always flat. I don't use the lock block. I just use my standard 5.5-inch one. Like Laura, hers shattered. It went crash on her floor. That's what happens when you have stone tiles. Just have to watch out how much you earn, Susan. IRS loves us if we make too much. The cousin, when she needed the extra money, and Social Security kept docking her. It's like, we missed this much, so you're losing this much. And my job wasn't, my second job didn't pay that much. I only worked 20 hours. And mine was just under. Hi, Lori. Hi, Dave and Jan. Quilting in the country's here. She's got her kids all back to school. I seen their first day of school pictures. They're growing up too fast, Lori. It's just like my great-grandkids. They're growing up too fast. I was going to bring Alani home and do flashcards, but nah, she's got enough with school. Unless she's having problems. Because I found my flashcards. Yeah, those couple of weeks here and there can add up fast. The first year especially. Because you got your Social Security income, that other bonus you had from the other husband, and then work. They all add up fast. My husband found out that when he retired. That's when my lack of working, was the only thing that saved us on that one. My lack of working. I said, see, I saved us. I didn't get to say that very often. And then, like when I took my retirement early, my 403 my pension, they was going to start charging me $60 a day or $60 a month to maintain my money. And it's like, I'll take my money out and I'll maintain it. But my lack of work helped me there too. I hate paying extra. Because if I would have had to, I would have increased something out of something. I would go without before I have to worry about coming up with the money at the end of the year. That lump sum is not what I like. But didn't get any of the bonuses during COVID. Never qualified for the extra food stamps. Didn't qualify for the extra anything. Even though it was me, myself, and I. But I don't qualify. So the quilting got cut back some. And it's still cut back. I can only buy for what I need. Like this one here, I'll need a backing. And it's in the pile. It'll be in a pile. I have more tops. We've already discussed it. Yeah, it's the pits, Joyce. My granddaughter qualified for the extra unemployment, and they still have not settled anything with her yet. And how long has it been? Hi, Teresa. I've been sashing blocks that I got at Joann's in 1998. It's like, I got the patterns from a quilt about like that. Yeah, quilting. You got lots of tops? Have you went out to your long arm? It's like, I know you said yours is weather permitting. I remember that from a long ago. And then you had all sorts of things in your life change. And it's amazing. Our life changes. Mine changed kind of halfway for the good because YouTube and all you guys, new quilting friends. That helps take up some of my off time. Okay. My click is a loud click. Cleaning up my mess of all the little pieces. So I set the placement out. I'm putting everything in stacks of 2 because that's how I will assemble it. Everybody saying hello to Teresa. I'd like to do a little traveling and go see a few quilting friends. It's like, but then it's like, how do you get a hold of some of them? Like Tess. She was just on here. How do I get a hold of her? There's another one over in my daughter's neck of the woods. It's like, there's something that makes it harder. The ones that are close, don't know how to get a hold of them. Unless we become YouTube friends, and sometimes that's easy, sometimes that's hard. Or Facebook friends. Because in other words, there's no way. Yum bacon. Yeah, my bacon the other day, I baked it. And normally when it gets up to heat, You got a lot of your rose pendants sewed together. Good job. Seems like when you're in with quilters chatting, you can hear them. You can get a lot of sewing done. It's amazing how time flies. This white on white, I got to make sure the rougher side's down. This one's a little easier to tell than the last white on white I used. Yeah. Well, normally I let it get up to the first level of the oven gets up to the right temp, and I go in and turn it off. I was in the middle of sewing a block and I didn't do it. So I had very crisp bacon. It wouldn't even come off the pan. So I made bacon bits. So I had it on my salad, and I even crumbled it on top of my waffle that I was having. Yep. Well, I decided I wanted to save some bacon grease for Rita's cat cake biscuits. Okay. Well, I don't eat those biscuits and that, so I don't have any worries of saving anything there. I avoid wheat flours as much as I can. It helps on my joints, knees, wrists, fingers. And I live in wheat country. We grow wheat. And it's like, I am not a supporter of that. But there's times I have the wheat because I'm not going to eat that sloppy burger in between two pieces of lettuce yet. But I can eat just a hamburger patty with my ketchup onion or relish onion. And if Marla's listening, she's going, ugh. But I'd like to find a place that makes the chicken sandwich like Marla goes and gets every now and then. It's a shredded chicken sandwich, but it doesn't have mayonnaise. It's like, which way do I want to press this? It's supposed to be this way. No matter what, you see a white mark. Yo, Patty saying hi to Lori. I seen the color, so I had to go see what was being said. Need to try that chicken salad. I have been wanting to make a fruit salad, but requires a trip to the store. Yeah, but the shredded chicken that Marla goes and gets, it's got more like a gravy mixture type, like a cream of mushroom soup base. it's holding it together and then it's put on a bun. It's something like that on the order of that. It doesn't have mayonnaise or salad dressing, because that's one thing we both agree on that. Ugh. I'm not a salad dressing person, not a mayonnaise. I gotta go buy $10 worth of groceries to get a pound of butter free. So I'm going to do that. Time for me. Bye, Joyce. You have a great day. Glad you stopped by. I will be leaving in about 30 minutes. Got Miss Alani waiting for me. Will be waiting for me. I have fish and fries in the oven. It's like it's not breaded fish, is it, Terry? Or is it? I prefer just baked fish with salt and pepper. That's all my fish ever have. I don't like the breaded. I'm only a little picky. And no lemon is ever, or cocktail sauce, or a little picky. Capital letters there. I forgot I was going to have soup. Oh, well, there's always tomorrow. And leftover spaghetti. See, I don't even make spaghetti for myself unless I am going to do. I have it. I think I'm short tomato sauce. I forgot to put that on my list. We're having barbecue chicken sandwiches and fried potatoes. And then I have even pickier Alani here. So I did buy her a pepperoni pizza, and I cut it in 4 pieces. So it's going to be a snack, not a dinner meal, because she's only going to get a quarter of the pizza. She's not going to be able to sit down and have a half a pizza. And I'll probably have peaches again, because I have to get them used up. You want Lori's supper? Yeah. Barbecue chicken is great, but it's like, to make it for one, no. Because, like, if I fry potatoes, that's all I eat. I'm happy with just eating my French fries. Let's see if I sew these wrong. I said the only time I ever go sew wrong is while I'm live. And I proved that today again. You have to hop, skip, and a jump over to, I think, New York. It's closer from you, Patty, than it is for me. I love barbecue chicken where it's falling apart and your fingers are so sticky it isn't funny. And everybody that I've got invited to for barbecue chicken, it's just cooked on the barbecue. There's no barbecue sauce involved. It's not soaking in it, falling apart. See, I remembered. Sit that on the right spot. Sit this out. Oh, Austin's awake, evidently. Now, sew this on correctly. This goes to this one. This is where I made my mistakes earlier. Hi, kiddo. Have you been down to check on Mom? Don't know if your mom's going to be on her live tonight or not. But I'll be here. I'll check and see if her time's changed. This is a very fast quilt. It's called All Roads. It's Angela Walters. No live tonight, dealing with issues. Okay. Weather and health-wise. Thank you, Courtney. It's like, thank you, Courtney, for letting me know. Okay, I almost turned that off thinking my block was done. Now I pick these two up. Start my corners. Get near the halfway mark, then I reposition. Because I want to make sure that it doesn't pull any more of that bottom material. I was always getting mad on that one piece. Always coming up short is because the bottom feet always pull the material through faster. It's okay if you're got an extra long piece, but if you don't, then it's like it's not good. Throw your blocks off. Because our material will either stretch or not. If you get those biases or a seam, a lot hides in them things. Turn and press. Pressing to the dark side of this piece. Turn it over. Make sure that that one seam does press. So Courtney is listening. In other words, I wouldn't have got that answer so quick. Hi, Courtney. Okay, that one sewed. So this one here, there's pieces. She's running errands. Okay, this is the only nesting seam too, Lori. There's one nesting seam right there. That's all we have. One nesting. And thank you, Courtney. we always work together to try to keep everybody informed. I'll probably still have Alani. It's her choice if she goes with Grandma and Grandpa. I have a storm coming in, but it's called heat. That's what my storm is. It's just heat. I so want this heat to quit. According to the weather, it's maybe next week, lower temps. But they've lied to us before. So Alani sleeps at your house on school? No, it's like, no, Alani does not sleep here. I went out this morning at 7 a.m. or I had to be out there at 10 to 7. So Grandma could go to work. She took Alan down to the babysitter, Grandma and Lynn. I got Alani up and ready. And as I go out the door, I lock it and walk away. Oh, did I lock the door? Oops, probably not. I think I did, but I'm not positive. I always double. I asked her last night if she wanted to stay overnight. She doesn't get to see her mama a lot now. So she's a mama's girl, but she slept the whole time. She had the option last night, but she woke up a little grumpy and needed to see her mama. There, that block is done, and this one's about ready. Believe me, if we had to do the 5 a.m. thing, it would be a sleepover. That 5 a.m. was hard on her, everybody, because I don't fall asleep until at least 1. And when I had to be up early, nah. And we was hoping she'd come back in and go to sleep, but right off the bat, Bailey had to go over to her, and she's not a big fan of any dogs being around her. So when she slept from 6 o'clock last night to 7 o'clock this morning, I told you how rough yesterday was. So we're not ever going to do that routine again. That was not good. I should have taken her out on a half day of school. Block 1's done, blocks 2. They come in sets. Now I'll push this back up there. And this purple goes up on the top row and on the bottom row. Let's see if I can stretch that high after I've been sitting it, whatnot. I'm glad I have short ceilings, but it's like, that's where that one goes. And then this one goes opposite. Okay, this one goes right down here. Ouch. Don't poke your finger. There. Marine's back. Done with Target. But that's how simple it is. It's like, if you could see the colors better, that purple and this is purple and this is purple. Been on my to-do list for over 4 years, Maureen. February 2020. Hi, Della. Thank you, Della. Okay, Mona, go grab your dinner. So I don't have that many to go, but it's working on it. Thank you, Sarah. It's like, it's an easy one to remember, all roads. So I have 16 minutes to spare. I did it. The fun part is you never know where you get to park. And yesterday I had to go walk like 2.5 blocks to get to the school. But yeah, this is the main part that is one giant square. If you like square quilts, you can quit here. But I do not like square quilts. I have the white corners. You downloaded the pattern? Okay. But it says the free pattern I have says 4 yards of background material. On Jenny Doan's thing, she says 3 3/4. Hi Gayla. I use 3 1/3 yards. I have 24 inches of my 4 yards left. And 11, 2.5 by 2.5 squares. They was about 3 inches, about 2 3/4. Hi, Diane. It's called All Roads by Angela Walters. There is a free pattern out there. Patty G found one. Let's see, up in this corner is an all white one. Let's see if I can get my stretching going. And then if this is the width, then there's a white one that goes up here. But right now where it's square, there's one more row. But I have no room to tack it on the bottom. So I'm going to have to just sew this together and then fold down, the top row to lift it up. Because I know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. It's called All Roads by Angela Walters. She used to be the Midnight Quilter. Her and Jenny Doan's have a tutorial on it on YouTube. And Patty G said that she found a free pattern still out there. My pattern was free 4 years ago. Looking to see where the site is. It's still through a craftsy thing. Okay. Let's see if I can find it and copy paste it. I don't know. Yeah. And then her. Okay, Teresa. Enjoy your BLT. And it's on craftsy. It's like, I got to open up this to go get that. I always remember eventually how to do it. Terry will beat me. I know it. That's just the way it is. Or it's like, I can't get it. I thought I hated square, but after being gifted the big one, I love it. Yeah, it won't let me. Won't let me copy and paste it from here. Yeah, it takes you straight to crafty, and then you have to go from there, I guess. How many do I have to go, June? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And it's like, I got to go see what Terry posted. That's the fun part. We get to go see. Uh-oh, I hear the frog. Oh, that's a neat little one. Someone took the time to hand do it so they could, yeah, that's one way of doing it, huh? I have the whole pattern. That's what you found? That works. Hi, Lori. The other Lori. We have 2 Loris, 2 Marys. And Yo Patty, Alani does call you Yo Patty. Because that's how I say it. There, turned my iron off. I have 8 more minutes. Does anybody else have a project that they have lined up? Oh, it's like my YouTube because I went off screen. But yeah, it doesn't take long. So I probably won't get any more sewing in until later tonight. It depends on what Alani does. Tell Alani I said hi, yo, Alani. I will. I will do that, Patty. Because she goes, her name's Yo? Yo, Patty. I said, that's her name, Yo Patty. In fact, I have the purse right here. When she brought it in to show the ladies with her little thing, that's the purse Yo Patty made Miss Alani. And she loves the polka dots on the middle. And yes, June's saying the goodbyes. I have all the parts all cut out for Legendary Quilt. Just needs to get back. I just need to get back to it. Well, it's like now I got to figure out what one I need to get back to. I can't get back to that one red, white, and blue one because I used the red or the blue up in the other quilts. I do have a mystery quilt project I could do. These parts go to something else. That one doesn't have a pattern yet. That one doesn't have a pattern yet. I keep changing. I do have the 3-yard quilt. Laura made it home and she's going to go pack. But we're just getting ready to get off too, Laura. But got the 6 minutes and then I have to go start my other part of my job. Great grandma taxi. I get to start with Denise's job. Taxiing. But I only have one. But it's like I did get 2 more blocks done. They do go by fast. And once you get down the routine like I have, they go by even faster. I hope you have a lot of fun, Laura. Which I know you will. What are you taking for your hand sewing? I know you have a project. We'll see what Laura has for her project. Closing out some. She might have taken off for packing up. Just trying to pack up. Not sure the weather will cooperate. Oh, okay. But this morning when I was trying to get Alani to pick something she wanted to wear, I give her she wanted to go as Bluey. She wanted to wear a Halloween costume to school today. I told her it was too hot and save it for Halloween. HST'S and cross stitch, okay. Does the sisters take the hand projects too? I know you stopped one time, so they had something to do. But Laura, have a safe trip. And Susan will be hand quilting and making hangers, I'm sure. Maureen, who knows what she's doing. Yo Patty's working on her other project. Oh, Della, thank you for the pattern, Terry. That works. Patty G's. But we always have to have something to do. But you guys all have a fun-filled weekend. Laura, have a fun-filled however many days that is. And don't come back and get sick. And well, Terry's 3x5 and has. How big are your hexes? Because I have a lot more hexes than that in mine. And mine's not up to 3x5. Oh, 2 inches. I guess that makes a difference if you use a little bigger. But everybody have a great rest of their day across the middle. And we'll see you next week for sure. Who knows where you'll find me? I'm busy on Saturday for a lot of the day, so I won't be YouTubing. So we'll catch you someplace out there. If not, next Tuesday, I'll be back here. And everybody, be good. Bye.